tonight. I got a feeling.
As soon as he took the stage, I was flooded with childhood memories. Every song triggered a new one. This was without question one of the greatest moments in my life. Ever since I can remember, I was surrounded by music. In fact, I was named after the Beatles song, Michelle. As a child, I loved to spend time in my father's studio in our basement. I was intrigued by the vinyl records that lined the walls, the speakers that were so strategically placed, the gleaming audio equipment, and all the buttons that glowed such pretty colors. This was definitely the beginning of what would end up being my lifelong love affair with music. The Beatles were really big in our house. I guess you could say my dad was mildly obsessed. But the Beatles weren't the only group to influence me. There were many more. Fleetwood Mac, David Bowie, Stevie Wonder, T-Rex, Cat Stevens, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Jethro Tull. The list could go on, but I'll just keep it at that. I'd spend hours in his studio listening to the records. The smell of vinyl was comforting. The lights on the speed calibration strobe on the turntables were hypnotizing, and the pops and crackles of the records were only music to my ears. The first record I ever put on a turntable was Sgt. Pepper and the Lonely Hearts Club Band. I remember everything about it. Just like my dad, I meticulously cleaned the record with the anti-static brush, pressed play, and then made sure that I gently placed the needle in just the right spot. I must have listened to it for hours, starting it over and over again, until I had listened to each side at least a dozen times. I honestly feel that this experience was pivotal in helping shape the outcome of my life and eventually my career. As someone who grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I experienced some of the best and some of the worst music ever made. I listened to the Top 40 with Casey Kasem, experienced the birth of MTV, played cassette tapes on my boombox, and I'm sure irritated the crap out of my parents with all of this. But little did any of us know that someday I'd be making a living out of what I gained from these experiences. By the late 1990s, early 2000s, I was working as a DJ with residencies at several underground nightclubs, breaking my back, dragging my record bag around on a weekly basis. Always trying to be on the cutting edge, I stalked the record stores in Chicago and New York, calling them every few days so I could get the first pick of the new shipments. It was addicting. Getting my mail was like Christmas once a week. I was like a little kid ripping open the packages at the speed of light, unable to wait to get my hands on what was inside. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. As I sit here and reminisce about growing up and what shaped me into the person I am today, I feel extremely honored and grateful to have had the experiences that I've had. I'll never forget the moment I knew that whatever it was I chose to do with my life, it would most definitely have to do with music.